Kickoff just moments away as we've arrived at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They could fake it. They could say all the right things on the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a give running right. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and the Jaguars have a first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Working now from the gun. It's his running back. This is taken ahead to the 42. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, we were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10 from the 43. Throw it. To his wideout, it's a screen. And this one does not go far.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense. And number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was JT Tuimolo out there for the stop.
1 yard gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. It's Pacheco again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Colts will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. I gotta imagine facing a defense in the bottom half of the league had these guys excited, Brock, but cue the old record scratch sound effect as that defense forces an opening drive turnover.
Yeah, just a reminder for this quarterback that decision-making each and every week is at a premium, and don't look at the stats. Study your opponent.
Right to the air with May. He'll get it completed to Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Second down now, 7 to go. Henderson here from the gun. Space picks the 35. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down Colts.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Going play action. May. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
One quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. It's Henderson on the give. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Running back motions right. First down, May. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Receiver screen here, it's Downs. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Robinson with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Williams now on first and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They go play action on first down. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 26. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Let's go.
Dive play straight ahead. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he made a bid for it. It's a good game. It's stuffed down at the 3. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank. On second down, Leonard Williams. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The Colts and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Here's May on 1st and 10. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Colts first down. A gain of 19 yards. And
May on 1st and 10.
first down.
Hits him on the out route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
That's another.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first.
A gain of 14. First down.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. To the air on 1st down. May. It's downfield. He's got it. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get some late points and the lead. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Colts push their lead to 3. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Robinson with the return. Escapes a defender. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable and creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
46-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Working on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead.
Jaguars 14, Colts 10.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Design run here for May. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Sticking with Henderson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Running back sent in motion. Operating from the gun. Here's May. That's Cox, Jimmy Horn Jr. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The give now to Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Henderson's going to get it on 3rd down. And he hits a wall, stops at a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now, it looks like we're going to need to take a moment, Brock, an injured player on that snap, and it is running back Travion Henderson who's getting looked at. Now on comes Austin Seibert for the field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. It only took them 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Dude, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Up the gut they go with Williams. So has some space inside the 35. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Now a give running right. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead to 7.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead to 8.
Colts 13.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6.
May now from the gun. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
It's got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Quick throw completed by May. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they send their back in motion right. He brings it in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's May to the air. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throwing again. It's May. They've got a screen to the running back. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that gets him back within 5.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. This driver's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 19 tight, Warriors 70.
Looking to throw here. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They'll run here on first down. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Pioneer.
Looking to throw. A throw left side, caught by Brown. They got the football caught, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Ready up.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Half the 60. Let's go.
He'll throw it. To his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground, he's just been a difference maker.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars push the lead up to 12.
Jaguars 28, Colts 16.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Making some progress here. Races Jeffert sets up his offense at a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams. It's something that teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, or maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify on returns and turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
There's the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings
They
up
kick the running back in motion.
at the 35-yard.
Here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
And the Colts, first down. A gain of 12. First down.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll go down here at the 16. And goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Handoff on second and short. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. Working quickly here.
First down. First and goal, Indianapolis.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Colts down by 12. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Running back sent in motion. Made a throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Jaguars go up by 19.
35. Colts, 16.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts and receiver Josh Downs set to take over once again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Trying to push deep downfield. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
Brings up third and 2.
Made now, 3rd and 2. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. The tight end in motion now. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Looking quickly here.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air on first down. May. Complete right side to Washington. He is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
A gain of 43 yards.
Working inside the red zone. Left side into the hands of Warren. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's a pickup for 6.
They get to the line and spike the football to stop the clock.
12-yard line.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. To throw, here's May. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Motion the tight end over. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.